Hi there, this is Alan from Ural Junkie. Have you ever been cruising down the highway at 65, 70 miles an hour and been overcome by an extreme sense of mechanical sympathy for your engine? Well, I have. You ever wondered how fast it was turning over? I have. So today we're going to fix that. We are going to hook up the tachometer. And although we'll be doing it on my 2018, it should be applicable to any of the newer Urals with the electronic Acewell speedometer. So let's go do it. Come on. So here's what we're going to need to do the job. We have a roll of wire. I chose black so it would blend in with the frame. We have a stripper crimper, some vulcanizing rubber, some zip ties, a bullet connector, a piece of shrink wrap, a knife, a 5mm hex wrench, and just in case, these guys, some masking tape and a wire cutter. That should be all we need to do this, so let's go try it out. Okay, so let's take out the headlight bucket. This will be a little bit different than on yours because I have these little spotlights. Okay, now when you take this out, there's some little rubber gaskets on both sides of this, so don't lose those. I'm going to grab those and take them off. And set this down right there. So inside of here, there is a lone gray wire we're looking for. Actually, I'm gonna unplug this and get it out of here. Okay, let's see if we can find this little wire. So this is the one we're looking for. It's a little gray wire that has a bullet connector on it. Now, there are a couple of ways to hook this tack up using this wire. There's a way that you can actually tie into the wire that goes into the coil, or you can do an inductive method. The inductive method is the one that we're going to use. David Wayne over at IMZ Ural in Seattle, he wrote up a little instruction guide on how to hook this up using the inductive method, and that's the one we're going to use. David has a whole bunch of really good videos, as well as writing most of, if not all of, the instructional guides that that Ural America puts out. So check out his stuff over on IMZ Ural. And in the meantime, I am gonna go take the wire and the bullet connector, solder them together, and put the shrink tubing on it, and then we can start going on getting this guy done. See you back here in just a minute. Okay, so I have this all soldered on and the shrink wrap on. Let's take some wire off of here so we don't have to battle with the spool. I'm gonna go with kind of about right there. Grab the clippers and snip it off. Okay. Then the next thing we're going to do is cut off a piece of this stuff. And to do that, we're going to use the featured knife of the day. This is an SE4 1095 steel canvas micarta handles. I have modified it a little bit. I stripped off the traction coating and used gun blue on it. It's a handle modified knife, which means that the handle is different from the normal SE4. And I am going to cut off this stuff that's been open. And then we're going to take a strip, about that long, and we're going to cut it off. And then we are ready to start the job. Okay, so let's take this wire, plug it in. And then let's thread the wire out of the wire loom and out to the other side. Okay, so we got it over here. Let's take a look at where we want to put it. Get this strap out of the way. I think I am going to thread it through here. The inductive wires on the inside coil here, simply because they'll be kind of hidden away. It is really tight in here, and in order to do that, I think I am going to take the leg shield off. So I'm going to pop this screw off, this will come off, and then we'll have more room to play. Okay, so that was pretty easy to take off. Now we have some room. This is what we're looking for right here. We're going to wrap that wire around this guy, and that should work. Okay, so I pulled the plug wire off, and that should give us a little bit of breathing room. So let's get things set up, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we have the wire all threaded through, and I think I'm going to put a zip tie on the wire right up here to kind of hold it in place. And I'm putting the zip tie onto the coil itself. Okay, so let's start looping this and get it all finished up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is bring it down, and then we're going to start wrapping it around. I think I'll wrap it around this way. And the first loop, I'm going to not tie it, but loop it over itself. and then kind of tighten it up. And then we want to put 10 turns on this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. And number 10. Okay, so I'm going to take this and wrap it down here. And tie it into a knot. Just to hold it in place. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're going to take the rubber strip and kind of fasten it in place. So this stuff is really cool. It vulcanizes with itself, but to put it on, you gotta stretch it. Okay, so we made it down to the bottom. Let's hold that in place and snip off this extra wire that we tied off into a knot. Okay, get rid of that. Now we can go tidy it up and make sure it looks better. And we're going to run a couple loops down onto the plug wire itself to make sure that it doesn't slip. And then just gently wrap it back up to the top. You could use electrical tape for this, but I'm not a big fan of electrical tape because it comes off after a while and leaves behind a slimy residue. Now when you're done with this tape, you can't just cut it off. You have to stretch it till it breaks. So here we go. Okay, so we broke that off, and it's so cold out here, nothing's gonna stick. Okay, anyway, there we go. That is done. So the only thing we have to do now is adjust the tachometer. Okay, so let's try it out. Okay, you can see we're in RPM mode. Let's start it up. And it works. And that is it for today. I will see you next time.